Welcome on into today's video where I'm going to be giving you the Ultimate 2020 Neon Dawn Attacker tier list. This tier list is going to be based off purely my personal opinion, and it is going to be for the brand new season coming out with Year 5 Season 3. The tier list will go from S being the top tier and F being the bottom tier. We'll start off at the bottom and work our way up to the top. This is my opinion. I'd love to hear your thoughts on it, so make sure you comment down below if you think an operator should be changed in the tier list, maybe move it up a tier, down a tier, or shift it to the other end of the spectrum. Let me know down below. First of all, let's start off with the F tier. And in the F tier, I've gone ahead and placed Glazda. There's quite a few reasons behind placing Glazda. It is simply because he has a really low pick rate, and there are many reasons as to why this is the case. Glaz is not a meta operator. Glaz is very difficult to use for a lot of players and to actually get the value out of him compared to a lot of other operators, which are going to be those more meta picks, the more favoured picks for a lot of the players of Siege. While there may be a few meta Glaz players out there, the lone wolves, the majority is a really lackluster operator. Next up is the D tier, and in the D tier we've gone for one operator and one attacker only, and that is Blitz. The reason why I've placed Blitz in there and only him by himself is because Blitz again is a very situational operator. The shield operators did take a small nerf, and this affects the way they holster their shields, especially when they are going to be attacked or hit by a defender pressing them. Blitz can potentially be moved up to the C tier, however I do believe he should be in the D tier as of right now, simply because he doesn't provide a lot of value to the team, and it is very easy for him to get taken out for the little utility that he will bring. Next up, we do in fact have the C tier, where I have placed operators such as Lion, Gridlock, Amaru, Twitch, Fuse, Nock, Montagne, and Blackbeard in there. Of course, Blackbeard is there, and if there was a tier for the trash tier, I would go ahead and put him in that one, but unfortunately, we don't quite have that. Now, the best way to describe the operators in this tier are the ones that are very good in situational circumstances, but overall don't really add too much. They don't quite fit into the meta, however, they are operators that can be used in very situational circumstances. For example, Twitch. Twitch has a great loadout overall, however, Twitch's ability is quite frankly very weak. With the amount of utility that Twitch has to take out, Twitch is very hard to actually get her drone into the site where it can take out said utility, simply because it's very easy to shoot out a Twitch drone. Again, with an operator like Nock, might be fun to occasionally use in a situational circumstance, however for the most part, a lot of utility and a lot of traps are going to get in Nock's way, causing her to simply just be a very lackluster operator. An operator like Gridlock could potentially be moved up, as Gridlock overall is generally quite an underrated operator and quite an underrated attacker that is used in Siege. But Amaru is a perfect example of this tier right here, the C tier. This is because Amaru is very situational. Amaru can be fantastic in a lot of situations when the map is right, when the site is right, when the time is right. However, for the most part, Amaru isn't going to be picked every single round because Amaru is only useful in very specific situations. While you may see me when I'm live on Twitch pulling off these crazy Amaru plays, which will happen 90% of the time, for the most part, if you've actually come to the stream and not just seen the highlight clip, I will be dying constantly with Amaru over and over again, because she is very situational. If you would like to catch me when I am live on Twitch, there's a link down below, be sure to click it, check it out, any support would mean the world. Montagne is an operator who can potentially be moved up into the next tier as well. Montagne was an operator who did receive a nerf with that shield, nerf that I did mention before with Blitz. However, Montagne can be a very useful operator when specific players are using Montagne, they know how to use him. As if you bring a Montagne and you're really hindering your team, that is to be very detrimental to how you're playing him. However, if you know how to play Montagne effectively, coordinate with your team, in a lot of situations when you are communicating, Montagne can be a fantastic operator. Next up, we do have the B tier, and in the B tier, I've gone ahead and placed Iana, Dokkaebi, Finka, Ying, Book, and Kali in that tier. Finka is an operator you might not expect to see in this tier, and I wouldn't too. However, with the addition of Aruni, Finka being able to give her teammates a health boost, even herself, to go through that gate in order to only take 10 damage instead of that 30, is really quite a nice buff to Finka that you might not always expect. Finka is only just hanging on in this tier. I wouldn't put Finka any higher at all. However, I do think that buff just changes it a little bit for Finka, even though Finka does have a lot of buffs and a lot of negatives that come and go. Now obviously we have Buck in here. I think Buck is still a very strong operator even without the grenades. If Buck did have the grenades, he would shoot up right to that S tier in my opinion. I wish he had those grenades back. However, Buck right now is definitely a solid operator for vertical play. Sledge and other operators don't really come into play when he's going to be attacking from below with that vertical play. Therefore, Buck is definitely still holding his own. Iona, Dokkaebi and Ying are all very solid operators overall. They have been for a long time too. On top of that, Dokkaebi getting her frag grenades back with Neon Dawn is a fantastic change, and it makes Dokkaebi that little bit stronger. Dokkaebi could potentially even push a little bit higher. Overall, these definitely are some solid operators right here in the B tier. Next up is going to be the A tier, and for the A tier, I've gone ahead and placed Capitao, Thermite, Zero, IQ, and Jackal in here. These are the operators you want to be looking at if you are going to be looking to pick up some meta operators for your next mains, including the next tier, which is going to be the S tier, coming up very, very soon. Zero is a fantastic operator, got a great loadout, a great ability that allows you to gain a lot of intel, cover flanks, and as well take out Bandit by using him from a vertical angle. Operators such as Jackal, Thermite have always been really, really strong. Jackal gets banned a lot, but Jackal and Thermite have been very, very strong operators. Personally, I wouldn't put Thermite in that S tier because I don't believe he fits in there when I'm putting other hard breaches in there that you will see very, very soon. IQ is a fantastic operator for sure, and you might not be an IQ player, but you might be a G8A1 player because that weapon is fantastic. Now, before we move on to the final tier, I did want to give a massive thank you to Tyler. Tyler has recently pledged a £10 Patreon over on my Patreon page where you get access to a wide range of benefits, but this is the first ever £10 pledge that we have had over on the Patreon page. Tyler, thank you for your support. It seriously means the world and it helps out this channel more than you could know. If you would like to check out the Patreon page, there's a link down below. We've already got 2 over there. There are many more to come. Now for the S tier. In the S tier, I have gone ahead and placed Hibana, Maverick, Ashe, Sledge, Thatcher, Zofia, Ace, and Nomad. What an absolute bunch of fantastic attackers. Ace has been a very, very strong operator ever since he got introduced. He can do it all. Great loadout, can smoke out the plant, breach in, and place that diffuser down. Nomad is a fantastic operator for a 5-stack and a solo queue. One of the best operators and attackers you can use for solo queuing. Hibana recently got reworked to the point where she is incredible. What a hard breacher she is, and that is why I wouldn't put Thermite in here when I'm placing the likes of Maverick and Hibana in there, because they are on another level. If you'd like to learn how to use Hibana, I've covered a guide on her, and there will be a guide in the top right with the card. Maverick is a very solid operator overall. Ashe, who also had a little bit of a potential nerf, but I think it might be a buff, because Ashe has got more utility than ever. While they don't do as much damage, Ashe has now got 3 of these. And the kind of point of Ashe is that she's got a lot of breaching capabilities, while the attacking side does with Zofia, Sledge, and Ashe. However, I believe it might be a little bit of a buff depending on how you look at it. However, Ashe is a very strong operator still. This is my attacker tier list in full view. As you can see here, these are the operators I've placed in all of the different tiers. Let me know your thoughts on it down below and what you'd change. If this video did help you out find your new main, be sure to drop a like on the video and subscribe for more tips and tricks videos just like this one. If you're looking to find new players for your team or get to know the community a little better, I've got a massive Discord full of loads of brand new people who are looking to find players and hang out. There will be a link down below if you'd like to join. Have an amazing rest of your day, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye bye.